Every single one of us gets stressed more than is healthy. But do we actually know what stress is? When we find ourselves getting worked up, there's a tendency to think that life events or other people are to blame. Whilst people and events may act as triggers, it's the condition of our mind, body and nervous system that ultimately determines whether we find ourselves subject to a stress reaction. We have an inbuilt stress response known as fight or flight, which is there to save our lives when they're under mortal threat. And whilst it's the perfect biological response for life or death situations, it's an absolute disaster in everyday life. When you're under mortal threat, all you need to do is run or fight. You don't need many of the brain functions like memory, creativity, organisational capability or complex decision making. Neither do you need humanistic functions like being loving, compassionate or empathetic. All you need to do is run or fight. Physically, when your life's in danger, raising your heart rate and your blood pressure makes perfect sense, as does changing the way that you breathe and shutting down your digestive, reproductive and cellular repair functions. The problem is, if you do these things on a day-to-day basis, your physical, mental and emotional systems start to get more and more out of balance. Most of us are triggering the stress response between 5 and 50 times a day, and the dramas of commuting and constant digital connectivity, staying up late, looking at screens and living an adrenalised lifestyle are taking their toll on our nervous systems, and the resulting chronic activation of the stress response means we're finding ourselves getting angry, grumpy, irritable, frustrated or anxious, finding ourselves stressing about small things, feeling uninspired, experiencing difficulties in our relationships, feeling emotionally closed and not being able to see things from other people's perspective. It's also why many of us have crazy busy minds, with our brains flitting from thought to thought, thinking about past events, speculating about the future, having imaginary conversations with people and doing almost everything other than staying present. And being able to enjoy the beauty of the moment and concentrating on the tasks at hand is where it's at. Stress is also impacting our physical well-being, whether it be our heart health, ever-increasing digestive issues, immune function issues, fertility problems, low sex drive, obesity, premature aging, even diabetic issues, all are linked to stress. Thankfully, there's a way to calm the stress response down. Vedic meditation has been shown to be incredibly effective at reducing stress. It helps to calm down that fight or flight response so that it stops being activated by regular circumstances or people around us. And that leaves headroom for it to then respond more powerfully when there's a genuine emergency. It does this by balancing the activation of a little almond-shaped part of your brain called the amygdala, which is the biological bad boy which is responsible for all of your hissy fits. Vedic meditation also helps your nervous system break through those chronic levels of activation that are likely to be present in anyone living a regular modern life. And this means you'll be able to relax when you're having downtime. It also means your brain won't be besieged by so many thoughts. Your mind will be at peace, your body will be more rested and relaxed, and your emotions will be calmer. It will leave a broader spectrum of awareness for you to feel a sense of inspiration, joy and vitality for life. It also means you get a toolkit for any time you're stressed. All you need to do is meditate that stress away and you'll be back to centre. It could not be simpler. So if you want to live a life where stress doesn't get on top of you anymore, come and see us. We can help you. And you'll feel so much freer to be you and live life.